Hello. Hello, 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 hello. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? Welcome into the live stream. We are going to be ripping some best ball drafts here, having a good time over on Drafters Fantasy. Should be a solid stream overall. He'll be talking about strategy, playoff best ball, basically talking about whatever. So if anyone has any questions about anything about the playoffs or just wants to have a conversation, I am down to do anything. I appreciate everyone in the chat. Please make sure you guys hit the like button, and we're just gonna have a great time today. So we're gonna hit into a draft in a second. I'm just tweeting out the link to this draft live now. Uh, Playoff best ball drafts at Drafters Fantasy. Bam. All right. So if anyone has any questions about anything that's happening during the stream, or if you got any questions about the draft, let me know. I'll throw them up on the screen right now. If you guys are new to Drafters Fantasy, you can actually go ahead and just sign up using the link or in the video description. There should be a link to the website and then a code that you can use. It says only have $2 on the website, which is weird because at this point, I deposited $50, so it should definitely be in here. Two firsts and a third. Thanks for your input. Thanks, man. No problem, man. I'm glad you won. And then, how much does the weather in San Fran determine how you draft? So, in terms of playoff drafts like this is, I'm gonna be doing the $3 draft for now. Because of how fast these things go, right? If I'm sitting here on stream for an hour, I'm gonna have to do like 4 or 5 drafts. If I just wanted to do a couple, the $20 one is good as well. But in terms of these playoff drafts, round number one isn't necessarily what's going to take you over the top here. So, in my opinion, I think that it is perfectly fine to just draft the San Francisco players, just assuming that they are going to make it past Seattle, and then vice versa, right? If you like Seattle, you might want to go ahead and draft the Seattle players just because you think they'll make it far. I personally think the 49ers are a potential Super Bowl team. I don't have them in my Super Bowl right now. I would probably lean more with another team in the Super Bowl, which is the Philadelphia Eagles, but I still do think that that is not a really strange take to think that the 49ers are going to make the Super Bowl. So I wish there was a way to move myself to the top right, but why would they? Why would they want to do that? I could also go like this. Oh, that's not what I'm going to do. Bang, like this. I guess this might be a little better. Let me know how well you guys can see. I was going to go ahead and buy the StreamYard that I normally used to have. It's $25, so I probably will end up buying it. Just not right now. I don't think the powered by StreamYard thing is too bothersome, at least for these drafts. So my strategy in these drafts, it is a 12 round draft, and this is not like Underdog or on DraftKings because you don't actually have to worry about advancing. And all these other ones, you got to worry about, oh, is my team going to advance past round one, past round two? This is just total points throughout the playoffs. So I do think you can draft a little bit differently, though. Ultimately, I do think at the end of the day, the way to win is to have multiple teams or to have players that are on the team of the Super Bowl team. So I am going to be looking to heavily stack depending on what teams I'm able to get in this spot. I am the sixth pick, which kind of sucks. I'm hoping I could secure Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. The Bengals are my Super Bowl team, the team I think is going to win. Last year, I placed 63rd in the $20 contest. It is pretty top heavy, but I think that strategy from last year that I used, I had a bunch of Bengals and Rams players. Had Odell not have gotten hurt, I really think that would have been a really profitable uh, playoff drafts for me. So I am definitely going to go ahead and approach this with the same ideology of trying to heavily stack up these Super Bowl teams. And I think in this kind of a format, I am not as anxious to just kind of in a way avoid the like, the Chiefs or like the Philadelphia Eagles because while they won't be playing in round number one, you don't necessarily have to worry about advancing through round number one, right? You don't have to put so much weight on round number one. So this is kind of a sticky situation to be in. Um, because there's no real quarterbacks here that I like, or there's no real way to stack Joe Burrow with Higgins here unless we wait. So we're gonna draft Joe Burrow here first. I think he is the best pick. And then we're gonna go ahead and see what Higgins' ADP is. T. Higgins is 14. There's virtually 0% chance that he comes back to us. So we are just going to reach and draft T. Higgins here. And just to get that stack going, and then we shall see what happens from here. Obviously, it sucks to have to reach. I would have much rather have gotten Pat Mahomes, Kelsey, or this guy have not taken Chase, and then we end up getting Burrow, Chase here. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. We're going to be doing a bunch of different drafts, and I'll be talking about my strategy the whole time. I've already done 2 of these drafts. Just so happens that I went with the Green Bay Packers in both of them, and obviously the Packers didn't end up making the playoffs. This was prior to the playoffs. So again, guys, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask them down below in the chat. I love to talk to you guys. Make sure you leave a like on today's stream. I hope everyone was able to win their fantasy championship this year. It was a crazy year overall. Recently, there's a lot of shit that happened in my life. There's a lot of changes, but we're still here. We're still eating here. Gonna have a fun time drafting today. And I hope the playoffs are exciting. Obviously, if you guys watch a lot of my videos, you would know I'm a Dolphins fan. The Dolphins are not looking too hot against the Bills with Skylar Thompson under center, but hey, anything's possible. I'm still going to be cheering the Dolphins on, even though I think they're going to get absolutely curb stomped by the Buffalo Bills. So here we're hoping Mixon falls our way. Again, we are just heavily going to be stacking Bengals. Not even going to think too much about it. Kind of just and actually we are going to think real quick because we have Mixon, and the question is, what do we want to do outside of Mixon? So the NFC, a guy we could look for is Ayuk. We could go for a Bengals versus Niners Super Bowl. I think that's what we're going to end up doing here. Dallas. I really think Dallas is going to get their teeth kicked in here by the by the Bucks, but the problem is they are the best team here still available, and that is going to probably sway our opinion here. We're gonna go CD Lamb. I'm hoping he advances past the Bucks. The problem is I would not necessarily, based upon my thoughts on what's going to actually happen, I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the Bucks, but we shall see. Obviously, the Bucks on paper are terrible compared to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys also always seem to choke. And if anyone's a Cowboys fan, shout out, I apologize to you for that. I obviously hope that isn't what ends up happening if you're a Dallas fan. I have uh, no dog in the fight in that scenario. Obviously, I just hope the Dolphins can somehow pull off a W. So we're gonna go Dallas versus Cincinnati Super Bowl. How likely is this to happen? I don't think very likely, but you never know. And I also think we should sprinkle another team from the NFC as well in this. So let's pull up the Kansas City players just as a whole. We already got, oh, not Kansas City, Cincinnati. We already have pretty much the main pieces aside from Jamar Chase. Still want to be getting Boyd. Still want to be getting Hurst. Since we already have Mixon, I don't think Samaje P. Ryan is as important. Alrighty, let's do it. Looking pretty good so far. Don't really necessarily want to reach. We got to get off Cincinnati. Looking to reach on any players here. We obviously want to get Dallas as well. So Pollard would be pretty clutch. If we don't end up getting Pollard, Zeke would be fine. I don't think we necessarily need Dak. I don't think you need both quarterbacks necessarily to win. Because obviously you can only play one at the end of the day. And right now we're heavily hinging on the fact that Dallas versus Cincy is the Super Bowl, which again, I don't necessarily think is going to actually happen, but crazier shit has happened. A lot of people are like myself pushing away from Dallas, thinking Dallas can't do anything. Then maybe Dallas ends up having like a amazing day. So we shall see here. So Tony Pollard already got taken from us. Austin Eckler, pretty normal draft so far. I wouldn't crazy. I also want to get Schultz. So it's pretty easy here. We're gonna go Schultz and Boyd right here. Schultz and Boyd. Bang, bang. And then we're just going to continue on here. Obviously, we are going to need the Bengals and the Cowboys to do well. Otherwise, this team is dead in the water. So we're going to want to get Zeke. then we could probably pick another NFC team as well. We already got Burrow, Mixon, Higgins, and Boyd. That's 4 from Cincinnati. Since this is a 12-round draft, I think you can go with 6 players on one team, but it is certainly risky. I like the Bucks players, but they're playing Dallas, so there's really no reason to just sprinkle a random Bucks player. I think sprinkling Giants players is also acceptable. I think the Giants have a good path to potentially knock off the Minnesota Vikings. So wouldn't be the craziest thought if that ends up happening. Obviously, we want to get Zeke and Hurst here though, and then start worrying about the Giants. I think the Giants you want to be going for is not necessarily Saquon Barkley. I really like Isaiah Hodgins as well as Richie James. I really think either of those guys could be huge up against the Vikings, right? That's the highest projected or one of the highest projected game totals of the wild card round. And I think if they advance again past that game, there's a high chance that the game ends up being pretty high scoring. And one thing I noticed on here is there's a lot of people that really just don't understand what to do. Like, for instance, there is really no reason for this player to draft Dak Prescott. Now, maybe I'm just overreacting because he does clearly understand San Francisco stack. He did it. But just a little weird to sprinkle Dak for no reason, right? Doesn't have any of the pieces, just drafting Dak. I guess that could work. Bold strategy, Cotton. Maybe it'll work though. I wasn't gonna draft Dak, so I'm okay with it. But since it's 12 rounds, we might go like a Danny Dimes later, something like that. So we're gonna get Zeke here. Then we're gonna pick first, and then we're gonna pray to the fantasy gods above that maybe Gallup falls to us. If not, though, um, I'm not sweating too hard on that. So we got 4 picks left. One, a two, a three, a four. So we're probably gonna end up here going for some like a one-off or 2 from a couple of different teams. I think just having 2 running backs is fine. Um, I like ETN a decent amount. I think ETN could really smash in the first game, and even if he doesn't get past LA, potentially putting up a 20+ point total against a garbage LA Chargers defense could really help us out. I also think Leonard Fournette or Rashad White are pretty sneaky as well. But again, we're going with Dallas, and Dallas plays Tampa in the first round. So there's no real need to draft players in the first round that are going up against each other. That would be stupid, in my opinion. Travis Etienne ends up going as we speak on that. So we got 3 receivers. We're going to need another receiver because, again, the lineup is 1 quarterback, 2 running back, or 1 running back, 2 receivers, tight end, and a flex as well. Pretty interesting. I'm gonna actually pull up my team from last year that did pretty well after this stream, so I can kind of show you guys what it looks like. All right, so we have one, two, three Dallas, one, two, three, four, 5 Cincy. Again, I don't really think Dallas is gonna end up making the dance, but we shall see. We shall see. None of the other running backs are very interesting. You want to sprinkle Jeff Wilson, you could. I think he's going to have a pretty decent game against Buffalo, but I don't expect the Dolphins to obviously beat the Bills. So that kind of puts us in a bit of a sticky scenario here. Dolphins, Tyreek Hill obviously could have a pretty big game as well. Maybe that one splash game right off the rip. You could also think about maybe going another quarterback here. Let's snag Danny Dimes. I don't necessarily think you need to draft 2 quarterbacks, but I think Daniel Jones is a pretty solid piece if they win at least 1 game. So we're gonna go ahead and try to find the pieces here. Hodgins, Slayton. Did Richie James already go? No, Richie James down here. I think Richie James, if we're trying to order the 3 in terms of fantasy relevance, I think Richie James is number 1. Number 2 would be Isaiah Hodgins, and number 3 would be Darius Slayton. But Hodgins and James are pretty close. Okay, if you guys have any questions about this, just ask down below in the comment section. I wanted to make sure I did something every day of this week. Had some type of content out. Tomorrow might rip some more best ball drafts, just because it's fun. I mean, and there's a lot of talking I could do. So, like, if anyone has any questions or wants to talk about anything, even if it's not football related, we can talk. I love doing these live streams at the end of the day. This is some of the most fun shit I didn't talk about it. There's only 6 of you guys watching, as if that's a bad thing. It's still very positive. But the other day I got laid off from my job where I was working at Stochastic. That's why this channel has changed back to just Notorious Fantasy. And I'm still looking for another job and stuff, so I'm not trying to ask for like some fucking pity or something. But that's just kind of the mindset I've been in recently. So it has been a little bit tough. But at the end of the day, we're gonna work through it. And thank you for the comment, Kyle. I'm gonna read that in 1 second. I don't think we want to go super deep on the Giants. So we'll grab Richie James. And then I think we're just gonna grab fuck. None of these running backs should do anything. So we're just gonna grab a one-off Zay Jones. Maybe he pops off against the Chargers. Maybe not though. Kyle, just wanted to take a second to thank you, my man. By far one of the most entertaining and hysterical shows every week. Helping me win my fantasy league. Looking forward to next season. Awesome, man. That is awesome. I'm glad you won. And yeah, we're gonna have a big year next year as well. Gonna have a great time. This team looks pretty good. I mean, I don't think this necessarily wins it all because again, Dallas, Cincinnati, not my favorite Super Bowl pick, but since the Dallas ends up happening, we got the main core except for Jamar Chase. Team could be interesting. Go back out here. Do a couple more of these. We've only been streaming for 15 minutes. I really appreciate that, Kyle. I'm glad I was able to help you out. So we're gonna just keep ripping these. Again, this tournament is and relatively good. And it was either this contest or the big contest. I did pretty good in. Just looking to knock some stuff. Let's see. We got around 1,500 drafts left, I believe. I'm not great at math, so that could be completely off. But just gonna do a couple more of these. It's 150 max. I'm not gonna get to the max. So we're just gonna go ahead and jam these up here. Jam these drafts. 5 more drafters. Again, if you want to join, if you use code Notorious, it'll tell you what it does on the screen when you do it. I don't remember exactly what it does, but yeah, code Notorious helps me out a ton if you want to join these drafts. If you just enjoy watching, that's good too. I don't. It is what it is. Gonna do some more of these tomorrow again, like I said, but we shall see. We shall see. I did my betting video already on the playoffs. It didn't get a lot of views, but again, when we're in this point in the offseason, right? The season just ended. I'm not expecting big views. So I'm just doing whatever the fuck I think is going to be fun. To me, betting is fun. I bet a lot. I play a lot of best ball. Why there's a best ball stream right now in the summer. There's going to be some best ball streams as well. Pretty up in the air how this channel is going to go going forward. Obviously, because again, like I said, I lost my job. So I got to figure out what else to do. Maybe I'll get a real job, do this shit on the side, grind the nights, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm always going to be here for you guys because I really, this has been the most fun experience of my life talking to you guys and doing all this shit. So I could never truly leave. So I'll always be here. The capacity, though, the question is, how much will I be here? We shall see. But having a fun time tonight. I appreciate all you guys watching the stream. Let's see here. Should be pretty quick to fill. The last one filled pretty quickly as well. Again, if you guys have any questions about fantasy for next year or anything, let me know. Next year, I think drafts are going to look a lot different in competitive drafts compared to the casual drafts. I think a lot of people that are competitive, the people that watch my videos, that watch other fantasy football videos, I think there's going to be a lot of people looking to jam wide receivers early in fantasy football drafts. But yeah, it's crazy. I really think so. And bro, you got let go of. Can't believe that. Keep being you, man. Head up. No, I'm all good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, it wasn't because of my skill set or anything. It was, and I'm not here to like hate on Stochastic. Obviously, there's still people that work there that I'm friends with. I still might be hopping on some videos with them, so I have no ill will towards them. I actually loved the time I spent there. It was amazing. So I'm not here to say anything like that, but I does suck obviously at the end of the day. But I'm gonna be all good. I did this for years in college, fucking grinding all college classes during the day, come home, record videos until the late at night. I'm fine. Like I'll be fine. I love this shit, so it's never gonna go away. This was my dream for years, and I'm gonna keep working at it. So should be a fun off season, man. This NFL draft's pretty interesting as well. Fantasy drafts next year, like like I said though, I really do think the first couple of rounds there's going to be people just jamming wide receivers. I know for sure if I had except for like Eckler, there's only a couple of running backs I really want to be drafting in the first round, like Eckler, McCaffrey, Saquon. Outside of that, I think it's going to be really wide receiver heavy, and then obviously Kelsey. Kelsey just absolutely shit on every other tight end. I think he had 100 plus receiving yards more, or not 100 plus receiving yards, 100 more fantasy points than the second guy at tight end. So there's going to be people fiending to draft a tight end super early. So it should be fun. Should be fun. Damn, Elvis's daughter passed away. That's sad. I love Elvis. Elvis movie's amazing. If anyone likes Elvis and hasn't seen that, very very good movie. All right, this time we're in the sixth hole. Did we just draft from the sixth hole last time? Damn man, you hate to see it. Drafting from the sixth hole yet again. Heavy wide receiver for sure. The big three quarterbacks will probably go round two as well. I think the quarterbacks, Paulie, really depends on who's in your draft, how quarterback heavy people are. Because I think after what we experienced this year, like people are going to be like the newer players are going to be jumping on Hurts, Allen, Mahomes super early. So yeah. Still waiting on some proper dynasty content. Definitely will be trying to sprinkle on some dynasty stuff. Not immediately, right when the season ends, right? I'm kind of cooling down a little bit right now, but definitely will hop back on some dynasty stuff. I used to make dynasty stuff all the time, so it's not something that I'm uncomfortable doing. NFL draft obviously in April should be a fun time yet again. NFL draft's always fun, very exciting. Sucks that the Dolphins don't have a first round pick because we traded it for Chubb, and then our other pick got taken for colluding with Brady and Sean Payton, I believe. So, or not Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh is what it is, but should still be fun. Jonathan Taylor, does he make a rebound next year? I think it really depends on who the coach is of the Colts and the quarterback that they bring in. For instance, they bring in Derek Carr and they bring in head coach not named Jeff Saturday. I think we could see Jonathan Taylor bounce back. A lot of people are going to be in the standpoint that I am in, which is that they don't want to necessarily draft Jonathan Taylor, which I'm not in that standpoint. Is not what I meant, but I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are incredibly nervous to draft a guy like uh, Jonathan Taylor early on. People panic about a lot of shit. I think that'll be something that people panic about. So we're gonna go with the Chiefs Niners Super Bowl. Hopefully we can snag the boy Big Cock Brock Purdy. I think I think people are gonna be scared of Jonathan Taylor in the first round, but someone will eventually take him, right? I just don't think he's gonna be a top five pick. Like I think people are gonna be like, and then eventually he's gonna be at like pick 7, and then someone's eventually gonna pull the trigger, right? For the Birds have a first round bye and the 10th overall. Howie Roseman, Executive of the Year. It's funny mentioning Howie Roseman, how much people hate Howie Roseman. Like there's a lot of Eagles fans, in my opinion, that hate Howie Roseman. And I don't think that's really that hot of a take. All right, so we're gonna load up Kansas City. Load up. I love Jarek McKinnon in the playoffs. I think Jarek McKinnon is going to absolutely fucking feast. I'm doing FFPC stuff as well. I don't know how much you guys follow like best ball, not best ball, but like playoff contests for fantasy football. I heavily do these things every year. Just adds extra fun for it. But normally the reason why I have to do this is because the Dolphins never make it, and now the Dolphins finally made it. So maybe it won't be as crazy this year, but I'm still hoping it works. Now I know for a fact this guy's gonna draft fucking Brock Purdy. I'm about to get absolutely fisted by this lad here. Let's see here. He rebounds if there's an upgraded quarterback. Completely agree. Bro, we hated him. Totally redeemed himself. Yeah, very funny how much people hated Roseman. Howie Roseman. Very funny. Aguilar. Well, this guy's not getting fucking big cock Brock, and I'm gonna take him. I don't care if he takes Ayuk. Don't care. Oh, dude, I feel like such a dick though taking him. Then my draft is absolutely down in the dust unless we pivot to a different team because we could still. We're very open to pivot to another squad here. This draft is gonna stink. I think this is gonna be my worst draft by far. Yeah, look at everyone stacking up here. Meanwhile, I'm getting fisted in the ass. Yeah, I'm not drafting Brock. I don't think I can be like that. I'm not a dick. Gonna have to go with Dallas in the Super Bowl again. Quarterback. If Dak doesn't come back to us, then I don't know what we're gonna do. We're not gonna draft Big Cock Brock. I don't even think Juju's worth the 22nd pick. I think I'd rather draft. I guess we're gonna have to go Juju. Someone took McKinnon. Who cares? You have Kittle. Yeah, I don't. I see. The problem is this guy has the Niners stack. I don't want to fuck him over. Normally, I get real aggressive in these things, but this guy's building. This guy might have built the winner in here. Why not? You have Kittle, don't you? Yeah, I have Kittle, but I don't think the problem is I don't really think the Brock Purdy Kittle team is even strong enough to beat other teams, right? Because I'm not just playing against 6 people. This is a big contest against a lot of other people, and there are going to be people that have this whole 49ers stack with Brock Purdy, with Kittle, and it's going to be hard to dethrone them unless I get right the Kansas City side. But then some people are going to have Kansas City and Mahomes, so it's pretty tough to kind of galaxy brain your way through here. So I think just going with the Dallas stack, praying to the football gods above that Dallas somehow hits, might be the better approach. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I mean, if he doesn't take Brock Purdy here, I'm going to take him. The fact that he took Dallas, or the fact that he took Tony Pollard, really pisses me off. So I'm being nice, letting him get Brock Purdy. And he does that to me. All right, so we're gonna go Dak, and then just build Dallas. I think that's the best strategy here. So Dak, and Schultz would be the next best options here, and then hopefully get Zeke coming up on the way back. I think that's the best course of action here. Very fun draft so far. Very interesting. Probably gonna hop in another one after this. We're gonna hop in a couple more. Obviously, I'm gonna try to spam these. And at the end of the day, if I wasn't live streaming talking, I would just be sitting here by myself doing this in my room. So really, no need to not stream here. Just gotta hope we have a big Kelsey and Juju Super Bowl against Dallas, and we miraculously Dak. Could be very interesting. Could be very interesting. And then hopefully Kittle has some solid time here. We got 3 tight ends, which is a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy. But one of them could go in the flex, so I'm not too worried. Not too worried. All right. So I don't want to get Tony, MVS, Hardman. I wish I knew Hardman if Hardman was playing or not, because I really think Hardman is going to be the second best option for the Chiefs behind Kelsey. So many tight ends gone. I guess I shouldn't have taken Schultz. I probably should have just taken Zeke. Thinking back. But it is what it is. This is a very unique build. We'll see. We shall see. I think I fucked up taking Schultz, though, if I'm being completely honest with you. But it is what it is. By the way, BDGE just made a video saying they're looking to hire content creators for next year if you're looking to join the company. Yeah, I commented on that video. I DM Nick, so hoping he gets back to me. If not, it's all good. I like Nick. He's a really nice guy. You know, I had him on my channel 2, 3 years ago when I first started, and I like interviewed him, and it was crazy that like at that point he was so big compared to me. Like I had like fucking 2,000 subscribers when I interviewed him. He's a real nice guy. Um, always be thankful to that. Otherwise, there's a ton of solo creators you could collaborate with. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I have a lot of friends that do this stuff, or not necessarily. I have a couple of friends that do this, and then a couple of more. So definitely people I could talk to. Let's go. Let's go Ezekiel Elliott. Somehow, if Dallas does make it, though, this team is and Kansas City, this team's looking a little spicy. Who else we got left on here? MVS Hardman. I think we could also sprinkle if he comes back to us, which he's not. Second, I fucking star Herbert, he gets taken. Yeah, we're just gonna go one quarterback here. I wish Tua was playing, man. I really think the Dolphins could have upset the Bills. I'm just gonna load up on some receivers. Gonna take some one-offs. Gonna get Gallup, hopefully. Like I'm Davis from New Orleans. This guy, just fuck it. Basically, I respect it. 1, 2, 3 Buffalo. Crazy, crazy. They're just drafting all these random ass teams. Bucks, Kansas City, Buffalo. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. All right, hoping to get. Fuck. This guy's got a couple of KC guys. Let's see here. There's got to be some other KC guys. Maybe not though. Trying to think. Maybe Justin Watson still available. Yeah, Justin Watson. I don't believe in Sky Moore, so I'd rather just draft Justin Watson at the end. If you do you want to keep Tua, or you trying to get with Lamar to Miami hype train? All right. So my thoughts on this is a good question. I think the Dolphins would be a little bit crazy to be like this guy fucking to a injury prone sack of shit, this, that, and the other thing, right? And then in the same token, right? Oh, this guy, this, that, and the other thing, right? We hate Tua, he's injury prone. And then you go ahead and trade for Lamar, send this guy for pay this guy a gazillion dollars. And I'm just gonna draft Jalen Waddle because I think he's gonna get 100 yards against the Bills. Um, right? So what you're doing is you're taking Tua, who you think is injury prone, and now you're trading and having to pay $1 zillion for a guy that's played less than 12 games in each of the last 2 years. Tell me how the fuck that makes sense. Now, again, I'm not saying you're an idiot. I get Lamar realistically better than Tua. But why would I want to pay this guy $1 million when I know Tua is serviceable enough to come back next year and play good? If he gets hurt again next year, then I understand. Fuck this guy. Right? Like he's a nice guy. I like Tua. Screw him. But if he plays all year, then you're gonna be like, oh. And the same argument, remember Drew Brees. Remember how Drew Brees was cast aside because of injuries, and then he never was injured really again? Like panicking off of 1 year. I mean, I think it's a little crazy. He had 4 from Buffalo. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. But I don't know. It's just a little crazy. Like Buffalo, NKC. I guess he's kind of doing it correctly. It's just a little weird. Maybe I shouldn't have called him out though. You know? Yeah, I just don't know how to count. My team's weird too, so nothing against this guy. I want to go Danny Dimes again. I would not want Lamar. Just wish Tua stopped falling on his freaking back. That whiplash is brutal. It's crazy. He needs that crazy helmet that people are talking about. How we can get him in a new helmet that potentially protects him a little bit better. I think that would be ideal. right? Just having the guy. How many Dallas guys do we got? Let's draft Watson. There's apparently a helmet that is better against concussions in the back of the head, so he definitely needs that. One, two, three, four. All right, let's go five. Let's go five. Let's go with T.Y. Hilton. This team was ass. I'm gonna be completely honest. This team sucked ass. Got to run this back. Run it back, Turbo. I'm joining another one again. Promo code Notorious if you want to sign up on here if you're new. Ripping drafts. Oh, I did it again. I'm definitely worried about Lamar, man. I don't think he's the right answer. Dolphins fans want Tom Brady. I don't think Tom Brady's the answer either. So you get rid of Tua, you put Brady in, you pray to Jesus himself that you win the Super Bowl next year. 1 year? I don't want that. Aaron Rodgers could retire at any time. Guys off the ayahuasca can't make the playoffs, playing worse this year. I just don't think that's the thing to do. I think Tua's the guy. But again, I don't really have blind faith towards Tua, right? I wanted us to draft Tua. We drafted Tua. He's been good. He was good this year. He sucked the first 2 years. Let's see it again. Let's hope we beat the Bills. Maybe we get to see Tua next week in Kansas City. I wanted to go to Buffalo for this game. The problem is I can't realistically in my head pay $180 for a ticket just to watch Skylar Thompson fucking shit the bed. Now, obviously, if they win, it would have been amazing to have went, but I don't know. I don't know. We finally got the 4 pick here, so we can get my boy Joe fucking Shiesty onto the squad. Or Hurts. Fucking 6 pick sucks in this. Derek Carr, baby. Derek Carr. I hope Jimmy G. I'd like Jimmy G to be the backup to Tua. I think Jimmy G is like good enough to where if he just goes full like don't think, just throw, like Tyreek and Waddle are good enough, right? Like he'll be fine. Plus he's worked with McDaniel, obviously. So I think that's our best course of action. Get him to back up Tua. Derek Carr's a little too good to be I don't think Derek Carr's gonna accept that though. I think Jimmy G might be fine being the backup. Problem though with Jimmy G is every time you have Jimmy G as your backup, the fucking starter gets hurt and Jimmy G magically gets to play. So don't really want that for Tua either. Teddy Bridgewater is just soft as baby shit. He's terrible. I'm so pissed we got Teddy. I knew Teddy was a bad decision. Now we have Skyler. Maybe draft Stetson Bennett in like the 5th round and then have him because like Stetson Bennett's not good because he's old. He's 25, but like Stetson Bennett dominates at Georgia because he has all the best players around him. Well, Stetson Bennett could probably play well if Tua gets hurt. Um, Also, Tua's brother, Tualia, Taulia, Tagovailoa. How old is he? Old enough to come to the NFL yet? Was the Maryland single race 22? And he's one. I think he can jump out. Is he gonna try to get drafted? No, I think he's staying in again. Makes sense. Maybe get the tag of the Loa. 1-2 punch at quarterback. That'd be funny. All right, Josh Allen, number 1. All right, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Patrick Mahomes. Here we go. Here we go. We can finally get the boy Jalen Hurts. I think Hurts is going to Super Bowl. We're going Hurts. We don't longer have to deal with this Dallas Cowboys horse shit. All right, let's load up on the Eagles, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goddard, Kent Gainwell, Quez Watkins, Gardner Minshew, my boy. All right, and then hopefully we snag. Maybe we'll go Chargers on the other side. Sprinkle maybe Chargers. Got AJ Brown, bag secured. This guy, the Diggs Kelsey start is crazy because of how good that could be. But obviously, you can't get it all the way through. All right. So if you do use the code Notorious, I now have confirmation. It's a 100% match up to $100. So if you use code Notorious on Drafters, if you're new, you deposit $100, they'll give you an additional $100. So if you want to join, you can. If you don't want to, it's okay. I'm just gonna sit here and do some more drafts. Got nothing else to do tonight, anyways. Won't be nothing. Hopefully the Dolphins somehow can win, but I don't really think that's gonna happen. Who do you guys got in the Super Bowl? I think my Philadelphia take is like not very hot at all. I think everyone likes the Eagles to make the Super Bowl on the NFC side. Everyone's either Eagles or 49ers. The AFC, I don't think the Chargers are gonna make it, but there's a way in my head, like the Chargers somehow crawl their way into the Super Bowl, or like it's not just two teams. Like there's a couple of teams that I think could crawl. Like if the Dolphins had Tua, oh you cocksucker, Gamals drafting Devontae Smith. What is this? Fucking uncorrelated team. God damn it. Let's go Sanders. I truly think the Jags will win this week. I have the Jags winning as well, so it wouldn't surprise me. I think the Jags can win as well. I'm not sure the Jags are a Super Bowl team though. Like I could see like the Chargers winning against the Jags, beating the Chiefs, going toe to toe with maybe the Bills or something, right? So, yo guys, what's up? We got hammered here in Santa Cruz. One of the piers got split in half by the storm. Oh my god, Crazy. That is crazy. All right, stop loving you. All right. All right, let's grab some Buffalo pieces. Let's get Singletary. Because this guy's just being a dumbass. I hope Knox comes back away. Dougie P is the man. Brandon Staley stinks. Brandon Staley does stink. I think the Super Bowl is Bengals Eagles. I agree. That's the one I like. Chiefs Jags would be fun. Jags actually played them decent this year. They fought back at least. That's true. I'm glad Spock's okay as well. Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl. Don't think that's really that crazy. Now, normally I am not someone who picks the 2-1 seeds, but I'm not saying that's a crazy take, right? I'm saying that's pretty possible. All right, so let's get Knox, hopefully. Oh, this guy's gonna take Knox, isn't he? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah, he did it. He did it. Around my phone. All right, now we just have a stupid one Buffalo piece. Shit. I guess we could go Juju and then Pacheco. And then he goes Juju. So never mind. Oof, we are in a predicament here. A real predicament. All right. Let's just do Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are actually going to make the Super Bowl. I don't even. But I could see them making a run, and maybe it's helpful enough with all these Eagles players that we somehow get there. And the one thing that sucks about drafting Hurts with the week 1 bye is that you have to then draft another quarterback. It's going to be impossible to win taking just one quarterback. Call me crazy, but I believe the Giants will beat the Vikings. I think the exact same thing. I really think that the Vikings are straight up frauds, and they're gonna get demolished here. Not demolished, but I think it's gonna be a close game. All right, so let's load up on LAC. What like also why did Staley like what was he doing with Mike Williams, man? What was he doing? Why was Mike Williams out there playing? I think Mike Williams is gonna somehow play in the playoffs, but like what was he doing? Like what was the what is Staley thinking? What is he doing? What is he cooking? Like what was he doing? Why were all the starters out in the game for so long? Definitely got my Eagles winning it, but if not, I don't care who's in as long as it's not Dallas. Chargers either suck or totally kick ass. It is a hard team to call. They could go on a rip. Herbert is dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I think Herbert is live to potentially beat. Like, I could see him beating the uh the Jags and then beating the Chiefs. I could see that. I mean, it's always tough when you have these interdivision games in the playoffs. Like, you've already played twice. Now you got to go a third time. You got to play a third time. And maybe it just goes to the Chargers. Maybe like they know each other well. Like if Tua was playing for the Dolphins again, I really think the Dolphins could have won that game. I really do. Just just really hard to play teams so many times like Seahawks Niners. That's a 3 game thing as well. Like I don't think the Seahawks are going to upset the Niners, but anytime you got teams playing, a lot of times it's really hard to beat them. All right. One thing that sucks is I'd love to grab Everett and Ingram, but one of them are knocked after this game, so we might have to go Hawk Everett. Secure a piece of a different game. How many Eagles we got? One, two, three. 3 Eagles. I want to get Quez as well. Unless if Goddard goes crazy, then obviously we're gonna get butt fucked. And then of course, wasn't even get taken. No, I didn't get taken. Goddard goes crazy in the Super Bowl, we're gonna be screwed. But we should be able to get Everett in the next round, and then sprinkle. We already got Sanders, so I don't know if we need Gainwell, but I think that would make our team pretty unique. We shall see. We shall see. I already read that one. I see the Jags beating the Chargers, then getting steamrolled by Casey right after. Definitely agree with that. I mean, I don't love the Chargers by any means. It's just kind of what happened in the draft. Quez is due for 2 touchdowns and for 2 for 98 and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's the Quez Watkins experience. Quez Watkins is always funny. When a player like Quez Watkins, when people are always like, "Oh, Nick, should I add this player that catches like 3 balls every 3 weeks and then scores like 2 touchdowns in those games?" And then people are like, "Oh, should I add him? He had a great game." And I always really just remind people that while this guy has a great game every 4 weeks, you don't really want that in your fantasy lineup. In best ball, obviously, it's much different. I don't have to set this fucking lineup. I just draft Watkins. If he goes crazy, I'm happy. If he doesn't, it is what it is. You know? Is this too early for Everett? No, I don't think so. Snag Everett here. We also got to be careful drafting a lot of Eagles. One, two, three. I think four is enough because you also then have to understand that like everyone else, like there's bye weeks involved and stuff. It makes it tough. That's why this is so fun. If I didn't go LAC like the Chargers stack, I definitely would have snagged ETN or Kirk. Um, is there anyone else interesting here? I think Walker's interesting. I think Kenneth Walker could have one good game. I think I might dabble in Walker. Might get Kenneth Walker. Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully Walker falls back to us. We're on Quez. How many charges we got? One, two, three, four. Honestly, I would say this lineup, if the Chargers play the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I would be shocked if this doesn't cash. Uh, Quasi says Watkins my third highest owned players on drafters. That makes sense. I like Watkins a lot. I'm doing drafts on Drafters, Underdog, and DraftKings. I've done a lot on all the web. This website, I haven't done as many yet, but I am going to do them. How much money do I got in here? I got like $47. Or do a bunch more. And then if the big contest doesn't fill, where there's going to be overlay, oh, gonna have to take out a loan to drop some drafts. So I can get some wins here. some dubs. All right. Hodgins, pretty interesting. Let's go with the one game, Kenneth Walker. Hopefully he plays good. It's supposed to rain in San Fran. I really don't think they're gonna beat the 49ers, but I think in the rain, if it rains, Walker could get enough carries, even against the Niners' tough run defense. He's also sees a decent amount of dump offs. Kenneth Walker's a pretty good player. Let's see here. Game logs. Yeah, a couple catches every once in a while, so he's a good enough player to catch a couple balls, maybe. DK is also a solid sprinkle. Same with Lockett. I just don't trust Lockett because he has that fucked up hand. But who knows? Who knows? Joshua Palmer went. I don't know if we want to get Gainwell. I just have to go with another one off. Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Sky Moore. Let's go. Let's go Slate. Let's go Hilton. Hey, Hilton has a big first week. This team looks pretty good. I think this team was way better than the last team. That last team was bad. I got $43. Let's keep going, baby. Oh yeah, and like I said, if you look at this, so it pays all the way up to 1,800 people. 1,875 gets double their money if you come in that place. There are only 4,862 people in here. So we got tonight, tomorrow, into Saturday afternoon. How plausible is it that this only gets like 8,000 out of 12,000? You'd be a little crazy not to throw a couple bullets into here for your shot at 30 rackaroos up top. Now, I'm not doing that right now because we're gonna snag. Let's try to get the 5 rackaroos at the top here. But this one's going to fill. The other one, oh, I did it again. God damn it. Join. I have Evan Ingram on 2 DFS teams this week. He is the 7th most expensive tight end. I'll take a shot. How is he the 7th most expensive tight end? What is DraftKings / FanDuel smoking? Whatever site you're playing that on. That is insane. Insane. He should be, trying to think, he should be like number 2. Right? You got Kelsey. I guess Kittle. At least number 4. He should not be number 7. Got some NFL news. Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy interviewed with the Colts for their head coaching position. Interesting. And yeah, I don't know. I really don't understand how he's the 7th most expensive tight ends. Are you just playing the Saturday, Sunday, Monday slate, Spock? I didn't pull up DraftKings to look. Here, wait. Like, pull up DraftKings. Again, I want to share my login information with you guys. Oh fuck! They gotta text my phone. Full weekend, okay. While I wait for this for more people to join on Drafters, here, let me leave this full screen for now. All right. So DraftKings on the screen. Boink. Full weekend. All right. Let's look. I haven't reserved anything for this week yet. Let me make sure Drafters didn't fill it. Yeah. No, we still need, I think, 2 more people. These best ball drafts on DraftKings suck ass. They're so bad. I've done a couple. It is brutal. All right. So let's get the 6-game slate going here. So they have some decent contests. Do they have? Oh, they have the contests I play. They have the $50 too. Yeah, they got the red zone. And they got the hard count too. All right, so they have some good contests. Let's reserve. Do they have the big $12? He's now at 5. I got it at the right time. Oh, that makes sense. All right, the draft is open. Oh, number 1, baby. Numero uno. All right. Let's look at this real quick. My computer's slow as fuck trying to share the screen. Just look at the prices. Tua would have been a smash at 6,300. I'm surprised Knox is so cheap on DK. The Dolphins are going to get smashed by Knox. See the receivers. I guess because of the rain, Ayuk and Debo. Debo is cheaper than Ayuk. Where's Jeff Wilson? Why is Mostert? Yeah, there's a lot of cheap plays here that I really like this weekend. Should be interesting. Over on DraftKings. We got the 1 pick here. We're gonna absolutely dominate from the 1 hole here. Dominate. Lisa Marie Presley died at 54. I think I said that earlier. That is so sad. That's messed up. You ever see the Elvis movie Spock? Elvis movie's amazing. Oh, my hat's all messed up. I got a haircut, so now I don't have a titanium skull no more. I had to lower my hat. All right. So we got Josh Allen. So now we got to get the Buffalo boys loaded up. Q. Fuck. Oh man, that kickoff return for the Bills on Sunday was literally something out of a movie. That was a movie scene. Some shit out of Air Bud. It was truly shocking to see 2 kicks. Crazy. Crazy. All right. There's no way we're gonna get Diggs, right? No way. No way we get Diggs. I didn't feel like putting the green screen up today. No one. I don't think it really matters if I rock with the green screen or not. I think my background's fine enough. I don't got a bunch of crazy shit going on in the background. Just got the garlands from Christmas up. Fucking starving though. Let's be honest. It's only 9:30. Do this for a while. Just gonna chill here. Do some drafts. As long as there's people watching, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm not really someone who needs to just get offline for no reason. I got this Dr. Pepper, avid Dr. Pepper enjoyer at at Quick Check today, and the thing looks like a 40. All right, back to the action here. Sorry to this Philly guy, but Buffalo Philly is too good of a Super Bowl for me not to draw. All right, what is Gabe Davis' ADP? Taking him at 13 is disgusting when all these other receivers are still available. Disgusting. So we're going to go Miles Sanders. Sorry to 49ers Nation, but Buffalo Buffalo Philly Super Bowl sounds very possible. Sounds very possible. All right. All right. That doesn't show on here. It's pretty exciting now that the football season is over. We're into the playoffs. The fantasy season is crazy because for me, as someone who makes these videos, like July and August, September are the most fun times to make videos because like in the end of July, people start caring. August is when it ramps up the most, and then in September, it's like holy shit, the games are here. It's so fun. It's very exciting. Uh, very fun. Oh, I Spock, I've watched that video so many times. If you guys have never seen the Isaiah Crowell revenge game touchdown where he wipes his ass with the football, it is one of the funniest videos ever. I don't remember when I talked about this or when we talked about this. 49ers Nation sniping me on Gabe Davis. I respect it. I respect it. I fucked him over. He's gonna fuck me over, you know? Hey, fuck me? No, fuck you. I'm going Dawson Knox as next pick. I'm not fucking around. I'm not messing around with not getting my stack here. Barry, Devin Singletary, Dawson Knox, Super Bowl. That's what we're gonna need versus the Eagles. Don't think that's gonna happen, but it could. It could. Around my phone. I gotta go. Take it easy, everyone. Take it easy, Paulie. The guy has Debo and Ayuk. Must be a hardcore Niners fan. You too, Paulie. Definitely. I like his 49ers Nation with the Philly team. And then Roto Bowser with the problem with Brock Purdy is so funny. You can draft McCaffrey, Kittle, and then some asshole will just take Brock Purdy in the third round. The guys who are able to withstand not taking one of the elite quarterbacks and just having no quarterback. I think next time I'm gonna go with the Tampa stack if I get the six pick. Go with the Tom Brady Super Bowl because while I don't think it's very possible that he actually does make the Super Bowl, you always know that deep down Tom Brady is gonna do some crazy shit and end up in the Super Bowl. And I agree. I think Juju's pretty good value. Juju's let me click on him. Very, very funny, right? Let's go to the game log. There's a point in the season where Juju was amazing. Because I remember during the season, it was week 6, 7, and 9, 20 plus twice, 18 plus once. Then he kind of dips down. He's banged up, comes back 22, 16. It's like, oh, Juju time, 5, 4, 5. But at the end of the day, Juju is still their best receiver outside of Travis Kelsey. So he really is a good player. He has gotten a lot of targets recently. That's true. Still good, though. This team is just drafting whoever. Fuck it. Don't have any Chargers players. Just draft the Chargers quarterback. Love it. Love it. Who else we got in the queue? McKenzie. Also go John Brown later. I'm almost up here. Is there any Philly guys? Philly. Going on except for we're gonna get Quez later. All right, so get out of this. All right, we're at pick 36. We already got Philly, Buffalo. There's no more Buffalo guys. Let's go Godwin. Oh, McKenzie is down here. Someone could easily take McKenzie before I get back up, so we'll take him. Dalvin is still available. I like Dalvin Cook, but I just think the Giants could beat the Vikings. I really do. The Viking stack is dead. The Vikings early were getting so much steam in these drafts, and now like Kirk doesn't get drafted until pick 39. We're already past pick 39. Uh Dalvin, like the only guy that goes remotely early is Jefferson, who went the third round here. I think his ADP is higher than that though. Uh Knox going before Schultz. Well, I took Knox before Schultz because I have Allen. But I would take Knox over Schultz. I think Schultz is good though. I was really big on Schultz in the offseason. I don't know how many everyone remembers, but I was really big on, oh, Schultz is like there's Ingram. No, there's Kittle, Andrews, and Kelsey obviously at the top, but like I really thought Schultz could be that guy, like the number 4 guy, but we'll see. Hurst before Ingram, mistake. Yeah, Hurst before Ingram is crazy. But then again, everyone's just building these stacks. This guy's building the Cincinnati versus 49ers stack, which is very possible Super Bowl. I like Ingram I like Ingram a ton next year, but everyone's gonna be on Ingram, especially when they have Calvin Ridley there. I feel like Ingram is just gonna be going ballistic. Another pick that really doesn't make too much sense, just drafting Kirk Cousins, but it is what it is. Is there any other Buffalo guys? Let's see. John Brown, Khalil Shakir, Beasley. I'm not drafting Hines. So by the time back up again, realistically, I should be able to get one of those guys. So let's just go. Let's go Evan. And then let's get fucking Tom. So obviously we're hoping it's now, even if it's Philly or Tampa, we're happy. Versus the Bills. Purdy before Dak, lol. Yeah, I really think Spock it's just because people are just drafting based upon how they think the Super Bowl is going to go, right? You really just want to be drafting of who do you think can make the Super Bowl, right? I think there's a better chance Purdy makes the Super Bowl over Dak, right? Now, the thing is, Purdy can make it to the Super Bowl, Dak makes it to the NFC Championship, and Dak outscores Purdy because Purdy scores like 15 points a game. Maybe Dak drops a 30 bomb twice, which is possible. Dak has looked really bad recently, though. Dak's been turning the ball over. Dak turning the ball over. It's been bad. Like Dak hasn't looked good. I didn't bet Dak interception. I don't know what the odds would be on that in this round one. I think Dak's going to throw a pick. I mean, Dak has been playing abysmal. And look, I know losing the Commanders, it is what it is. You brush it off. But in reality, you're going into the the playoffs after getting your shit beat in by the Commanders. Like you're obviously not riding super high, in my opinion. Right? You just lost to the Commanders. So I'm still in weekly value mode. No, I get that. I get that. There's definitely a lot more value, realistically speaking, on Dak uh, in that scenario over Purdy. Like in a 1 game sample size, I definitely rather have Dak. I'm hoping to be successful in these. It just adds some extra fun to the playoffs. You can't really pay attention though to your lineups, or like especially if you draft a bunch. Like I kind of just draft them and then forget about it, and then think about it again later at a later date. So let's get Quez for the Philly, and then John Brown. Like I don't really think he's going to do much in the playoffs the rest of the way, but I'm gonna draft John Brown. He had a big play. Maybe he's the guy you need. This is a very good team. I think whether it's Tampa or Philly in the Super Bowl with Buffalo, our team is living large. Just reminded me I need to switch my picks for the playoffs so you join Spock. Yeah, the playoff challenge. Make sure if you guys aren't in the playoff challenge that you join. I wonder how many people we have in now. Last year we had 150. I think it started the first year I did it. I think we had like 30, and then went up to 50, 100, and now it's at 150 last year. So let's see how big it gets this year. Let's see here. Oh, we got 49 people so far. Let's see. I don't know if we'll be able to get to 150 like last year. The video isn't doing as well as the previous years, but we'll see. 49 early joining. I could see it getting to 50. I mean, I could see it getting to 100 plus. Still got a couple days left. All right. What are we gonna do with the last pick here? How many buffalo we got? One, two, three, four, five. Six buffalo might be a little egregious. Maybe we just sprinkle another guy that can get points early on here. We don't have 49ers, so we'll go Gainwell. Maybe like maybe the Seahawks advance past the Niners in this scenario. I just do every draft based upon how I fall, right? Like I've drafted so many Dallas guys on the stream. I don't think Dallas at all is going to beat the 49ers, but or yeah, not the 49ers. They played the 49ers last year and they forgot they ran the ball at the end of the game if you guys remember, but they're playing the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to win, but you never know. We get Walker here, and then we skedaddle out into a new one. It's been a fun stream today. Streamed for an hour and 10 minutes. I think last year I streamed the playoff draft for I don't remember how long it was. I think I went for like 2.5 hours. It was deep into the night though. I started later. See, people seem to love the late night streams. All Chiefs and Eagles. That makes sense. I did all Bengals and Eagles. I bet on the Eagles as well to win the Super Bowl and to make the Super Bowl. I'm a big Bengals guy. I meant to say Bengals versus Eagles. I think I should also bet the Eagles to make the Super Bowl, but I bet you the odds aren't very good. It's gonna make me sign in again. I bet you. All right, wait, let's fire into a new one. Oh, I did it again. God damn it, Bobby. All right, one more person needs to register for this, and it's in. All right, let's see. NFL. I placed on a different book. My other bets. Let's see here. Yes, sir. Dog, my computer is off its rocker right now. It's always what happens when I stream, though. We're at the 4 hole here. We drafted every draft with this guy. Greener the GOAT. The AFC is way more open than the NFC. The NFC is like, I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. It really is to me just the Niners or the Eagles. Like, I guess there's a chance Tom Brady somehow makes it, or that the or that the Cowboys make it, but I just don't know. Let's see. DK Squares game props. DK specials. I don't want fucking special. I want the futures. Where are the futures? Where are the futures? Here they are. All right. Conference winner. All right. The Eagles are plus 175. I still like the Eagles, though. To make the Super Bowl. Isn't that the exact same thing? Oh, no, it's different. Bengals, Eagles plus 1,400. That'd be crazy if I got that right. Bengals, Eagles. All right. Let's do this shit. I think this is going to be my last draft on stream. Unless I do one more after because I'm kind of hungry. Allen. I mean, these drafts are I wouldn't say they're mind numbing because I'm talking through them, but they're very like every draft is very similar. You're kind of just picking off your guys, and then as it gets later, it gets a little crazy. I picked KC because I have seen Mahomes do so much magic, and I think he will be determined to not get shut out of Big Show again. Just a hunch. Don't think that's a crazy take. They have to play. They have to win one less game. It's just the AFC is crazy. Like, right, you're gonna play you're the Chiefs. Realistically, you're going to play the Bengals and then the Bills. That is going to be very hard. Now, again, not saying it's impossible, but it is going to be difficult. All right. I want to do the fucking Bengals stack, but I already know someone is going to steal fucking the guy if I take one or the other. So we're going Philly again. Philly again. It's a lot easier to do Philly here. Because even if round one doesn't go too well, we can still see he went Burrow. So where do you get AJ Brown on the bring back? I kind of hate that the NFL started doing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for the playoffs. Like I understand Saturday, Sunday, all day Saturday, Sunday. That's fun and all, but Monday, come on, man. No one wants Monday. I guess the game is good, but I don't know. Sunday night football is gonna suck. I mean, like the Bengals should realistically absolutely torch. Uh, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is this fucking bullshit? The fuck? Sorry for getting mad, but why? So stupid. So annoying. So annoying. But come Monday, we'll want Monday. Probably. Probably. I feel bad for this guy because I just screwed him, but I already got screwed. So it's is what it is. All right, so we gotta get Devontae Smith now. Someone takes Devontae Smith. This draft is canned. This draft is canned if we can't get Devontae Smith. Canned. Please. Please let me get Devontae Smith. This draft is fucked. Draft is dead. This draft is cocked. Fucking Miles Sanders. Pray to Jesus himself that Dallas Goddard comes back to us. Oh man. I hate the LED lights. Night games used to be the best for TV because the stadium lighting was way better for sunshine cameras. The LED lights looks washed out now. I seem to be the only one talking about that though. I haven't even thought about that, but I do get what you're saying. I have never been watching uh the game and thought of that, but now when I watch, I'm gonna be looking for that because dude. What are we winning? What is this guy doing? I hope this isn't one of you guys. I don't want to be making fun of you guys, but like, what is he cooking? What is he doing? Fuck is this? What is this? You get Purdy, you get the stack, cool. Then you draft Herbert. The fuck? What is this? The LED lights are so weak that they barely cast shadows. Check it out in the next night game. I will. I'll make sure to check it out. I will. Back in the day though, like before I was, or maybe when I was alive, I guess I must have been like 4 or 5. When they used to play, like the way the field used to look was so cool. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe the Kurt Warner Rams. that type of stuff was so cool. The Kurt Warner Rams, the way the field looked, it just looked different than it does now. It was just different. It was much better. Take Juju. They did. We have no more Eagles that are up here. No more Chiefs. Now I'm drinking again. 80 proof in my veins. We got 2 tight ends. We don't need any more tight ends. We need a receiver. Fuck. Let's go Godwin. Need some Eagles receivers. We need Eagles and Chiefs receivers, and then we need another stack. So we're gonna have to do. We're gonna do Brady again. That's what we were given. I already know someone's gonna do some stupid shit, so we're gonna try to wrap this one up earlier. Don't want no stupid shit to happen here. There's no way someone takes Evans. There's just no way. No way. Almost every mall had an arcade. Nick, you're way too young for the arcade experience. No, no, there are arcades, like in the Jersey Shore. I've been to arcades before. I don't think I'm necessarily too young for arcades, but like thinking of an arcade now, it's not like what you guys are imagining. So I guess I am too young for arcades. Like I go to Dave& Buster's now and stuff, but it's not what you guys are talking about. My dad, who's in the chat, obviously, not accidentally, bought for Christmas my brother a Simpsons arcade machine, which is sick. I play it all the time. It's super fun. Arcades are sick. It's a lost art nowadays. I think there is an arcade, my friend told me, somewhere near here where you don't need to actually buy the tokens. You just buy like for an hour, I think it's like $20 and you just go and play. Dave & Buster's is close, and the ones down the shore are also pretty close to um to what an arcade was back then. But I think arcades were so much cooler back then because you didn't necessarily have like the stuff you have now. Like not everyone back then had, an Xbox, right? Like you could have it was just cooler, I think. Maybe this is a hot take, but I think it was just cooler back then. Let me get Tony. Tony on this team. Hopefully we get TB12 and don't get fisted in the butthole here. I live near Santa Cruz Boardwalk, so we still have arcades here. That makes sense. Yeah. I assume other boardwalks have arcades, not just in New Jersey. I just only brought up New Jersey because those are the ones I've been to. I love arcades. I love claw machines. Back in the day, my dad won me a Dolphins hat in a claw machine. And that picture of Marino that's behind me definitely cannot hear right. Picture of Marino right there. We won in uh at the Jersey Shore. I don't remember where though. All right, no one took Brady right. Thank God. All right, so realistically, if we get Bucks versus Chiefs or Eagles Chiefs, we're gonna be looking pretty good. Gonna have to load up on some more Chiefs players. Probably should have taken Pacheco too, but it is what it is. MVS Hardman. I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Is Ronald Jones on here? I think Ronald Jones is a sneaky like last pick. Like Ronald Jones could score a touchdown or something crazy. He did score last week. Not saying it's high odds, but I'm gonna draft ETN if he comes back. Took Hardman, so we got to go MVS. I like Tony a lot. I think Tony just gets a bad rap because he's always hurt. Obviously, in redraft fantasy football, I'm not going to be someone banging the drum. Like you're not going to hear me in August banging the drum for Tony. But like, could I see Tony having next year 4 games where he drops 25 points plus. Yeah, like, wouldn't surprise me. One of these days Kelsey's gonna retire, and that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this guy just fucking trolling? 5 you only need 1 running back. I feel like this guy's fucking around, right? He's gotta be. He's gotta be trolling. He's gotta be tickling our balls metaphorically. He's just gotta be. Oh, we need our tight end too because we drafted 2 from bye teams. So we need our tight end. Sprinkle Evan Ingram at the end here. So we got sprinkle Evan Ingram on. That's the squad, hopefully. 3 tight ends is a little crazy. I kind of backed myself into a wall there with that. Did Quez get taken yet? We need Quez. Someone took Quez? Fuck. I don't know what took Quez. Someone took Quez. Who the hell took Quez? God damn it. At least this guy knows what he's doing, though. I respect it. So how many Eagles do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3 Eagles. We need more. More. Need another Eagle. Need another Eagle. Shit. Sorry if you guys saw that. My screen just crashed a little bit. Do we go Gainwell? We need another running back too. Maybe we just have a crazy Super Bowl where Gainwell and Sanders both score. Damn, man. This team did not end up as well as I thought it would. Let's snag Walker. And then hopefully get Gainwell. And then maybe we just pray to the football gods. Because they really don't have another receiver. Like, how many points does Zach Pascal have? Like, what are the odds Zach Pascal scores a touchdown in the Super Bowl? I think it's more likely. Might even be more likely that Boston Scott scores. Where to draft Boston Scott? Imagine Boston Scott is the guy you need. Fucking moseys on into the end zone in the Super Bowl. Him and Sanders. Bam. There we go. This team is weird, but it could work. Could work. All right. We're going to do one more because I'm going to stream for like an hour 45. Make sure you guys hit the like button on stream, by the way. It helps a ton. If you hit the like button. Hateful. Three more people need to register. All right. So I think tomorrow I got stuff to do, but maybe tomorrow night. Maybe I could go back on stream and do some $20 ones. I should have waited. Definitely should have waited before joining a new one. 'Cause we're gonna have some crazies in here. Rip some of the $20 ones. Try to get my share of 30 racks. Um, mm-mm. We got the number 2 pick this time. Go Mahomes. Go Mahomes this time, assuming he doesn't get picked number one. Mahomes. Alone. I think this is probably off the top of my head. This might be the most interesting playoffs, like going in, like looking at the playoffs. I think look on paper, what could play out would be the most interesting playoffs in a while. Now, last year's playoffs were really good. The last like 3 or 4 years have had some classic games. The Chiefs Texans, I don't remember what round that was in. That was one of the craziest fucking games I've ever seen. That was like 3 4 years ago. Then they had there was the Titans game where the Titans went crazy. Derrick Henry goes crazy against the Bills. That was a crazy game. Obviously, the Bills Chiefs game from last year was unreal. Super Bowl was good. NFC Championship really good. Been a lot of great games recently in the playoffs. What are best playoff games ever? Wonder how many of them will be recent. Uh, the 1971 divisional round. I'm gonna remember what happened there. Obviously, the Dolphins won the Super Bowl that year. I know that, but you mean to tell me when I look up best playoff performances ever? Oh yeah, okay. So the divisional round. Yeah, this is just Fugazi. The best playoff games. There's been like 4 or 5 good ones recently. The playoff elimination scenario makes draft strategy hard in this format. Gnarly shit. Yeah, it is. It is very interesting. Very different way to do things. It's fun though. Very fun. You got to really hit on everything, and of course, Kelsey gets fucking taken from me. I'm not fucking around. We're just taking McKinnon. Like, I'm not about to get fucked. Might just have to take Juju as well. I don't think Juju's coming back to us. So we're just gonna get our guys. Get the Chiefs. Not panic. Just get the Chiefs guys. Load it up. Let's go to Vontae Smith. Could go to Vontae Smith. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. I also did FFPC. It's not a draft. It's just a contest. And in that, it's one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, four flexes, a kicker at defense. So you have to leave away two teams in the playoffs, and you get double points for the Super Bowl. And you can just pick anyone you want. And it's like you got to kind of think the thought process about like, oh, I like AJ Brown, but realistically, a lot of people are going to pick AJ Brown, so I'm going to go with Dallas Goddard, or I'm going to go. Uh, fuck, what's the other guy's name? Devontae Smith. It's very interesting, and it takes away the element of drafting, right? Where you're stuck in here. And I enjoy the draft, so I'm going to do a bunch more, like I said, but you're kind of at the mercy of other people, right? Like you might be in a room where you get absolutely screwed out of the crazy stack you want. Like this guy's cooking right here with the Philly SF stack. Fonzie and Nickel made their first two choices, different teams in the same division. The two dumbasses. They were in the last draft. There was a couple dumbasses in the draft, but this is an interesting draft. But yeah, you're right. They are in the same division, but they won't face each other until the NFC Championship. So I guess that is the biggest positive. All right, let's see here. No other Chiefs we can draft up here, right? So now it's just about we could get Chiefs Bengals. Could get Chiefs. Is Ayuk still available? Fuck. We could get. Yeah, let's do this. Chiefs Bengals AFC Championship. I think that's possible. If it's not, I'm an idiot. Now we're just gonna have to go with Dallas, I think. Sucks because I fucking hate Dallas. I think Dallas could easily make like Dallas could make the Super Bowl if they get hot. The problem is I just don't believe in Dallas, but the fact that I don't believe in Dallas makes me think that Dallas is gonna be good. Now Dallas LAC. All right, let's do Dallas. Let's hope to the football gods above Dak does not get sniped from us. Let's go Pollard, and then we're done with the running backs. Don't need another running back ever. All right, and we're gonna hope to get Gallup and Dak. Realistically, oh no, the guy who has Schultz is 100%. I mean, the guy that has Lamb is 100% gonna take him. Fuck. The NFC teams are so gross. We might just get pigeonholed into the Bucks again. And if the Bucks somehow make it far, I'm gonna look like a genius. Futuristic Brian. I don't think a lot of people understand how you're actually supposed to play. Like, for me, I've watched a couple of videos on people's like strategies and stuff to kind of hone in on what to do. I mean, I already knew what to do because I did it last year, but I want to make sure. 5 different teams for nickel. Oh, that's that's how you do it, baby. And the craziest part about this is that this man has done 36 drafts. If this guy takes Dak Prescott, I'm gonna jump out the fucking window. But so he's done 36 drafts. Realistically, he's drafting like this every time. If he's drafting like this every single time, he has burned $108. $108 drafting like that. Let's get Schultz here. I don't need any more running backs, so we just gotta hope we can get Gallup and then some other Chiefs players later. I'm fading Sky Moore. If Sky Moore has a good playoffs, then I'm wrong. But that's just the perspective I'm coming from. Chiefs. Oh no, never mind. Oh, just take Tony from me. Fuck me, right? Fuck me, right? Wait, does he have all different teams? Oh, just take Gallup from me. When this fucking guy, man. I'm glad I don't do more drafts on live stream at points because this shit pisses me off and I get really mad. I'm able to obviously contain myself on a lot. It's also only $3, so who gives a fuck at the end of the day? But come on, come on, man, come on. Doesn't have a single. He is just Eckler. Where the fuck? Why are you not taking Keenan Allen or Mike Williams? Just diddling me, diddling me in the back alley over here. I guess we're gonna have to go double Chiefs. Chiefs. Then we're gonna need some receivers actually playing in round one. Let's go MVS here. But we do need a receiver that's actually playing. But we went Dallas, so we can't go Tampa Bay. No, you cannot draft for a bunch of different teams. It just does not work. It's not going to work, Carlos. But yeah, some people do that. I haven't seen Smitty stream any of this stuff, so I won't accuse him of anything. All right. I guess we're going to go Kirk. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go McCall. Hopefully Kirk or Zay Jones or something falls on me. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the stream if you haven't already. This has been pretty fun. I love talking to you guys. Alrighty. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand the exact format of these drafts. The underdog, no, they're not. No one's sponsoring this video realistically, right? It's just me fucking doing a drafters draft. They happen to have a code for me if you want to use it, but um, the underdog format is a little bit easier, I'd say, to understand. But let's be honest, even this is really easy to understand. Let's pull up underdog. They drop a new contest or not? They did not drop the Mint 4 yet. Will they, though? Completed. I've already done 20. Oh, it's the Mint 5. That's up next. All the early mittens, I was spamming Dolphin stacks. So, like, these lines probably going to look like shit. Oh, no, this Burrow. Oh, this lineup's cooking. It's a pretty good team, actually. There's a couple I did that were just Dolphin stacks, like, weeks ago, thinking the Dolphins would make it. And obviously, I should have thought something else because the Dolphins fucking reek. What was I gonna do? Shit. Shit. Who did I want? I wanted Evan Ingram. That's what I wanted. And I also wanted Zay Jones. But I think we could just go one off Hodgins instead. Do you play Dynasty? Yes, I do. I do. Was this the team? Yeah, there's a Tua team right here. Tough scene. I don't like I play Dynasty, but I'll be honest, I don't prefer Dynasty. Yeah, we'll go Hodgins. And then we need another receiver that's playing because we have 3 KC and we need 2 for this week. Yeah, yeah. Um, I I prefer I went Hodgins. I also like Richie James, but I prefer DFS over everything. Uh, but I guess fantasy like regular redraft is number 1, then DFS, then best ball, and then Dynasty's 4. Now again, I don't hate Dynasty. I don't think if you play Dynasty you're a fucking sicko or something. Like Dynasty's fun. I play a couple of Dynasty teams. I have a Dynasty best ball team. That's actually the most fun one because I don't have to worry about editing it. But yeah, I will tell you, I'm not a huge um, best ball guy. I mean, no, I'm not a huge Dynasty guy. Yeah, yeah. So I need another receiver. I guess we'll just go DK. So he doesn't get taken. All right. See, the problem, some people only play Dynasty. I think that's crazy that there's just people that only play Dynasty. I can't get behind that. I like redraft too much. It's too fun. Just drafting. I don't know. I love best ball too. I just like playing. You draft. You never have to fucking think about it again. Because the worst. I'm gonna do one more. The worst thing about um. The best thing about best ball is just not having to do the waivers. I can't stand waivers. Like I know waivers are good for fantasy, right? That's how you win a lot of time. But I hate when it's like, oh, it's Tuesday night. You have to do waivers for 7 leagues, and you're like, I'd rather jump out the fucking window than do this. Yeah, drafting is fun. I agree. Drafting is the most fun part of fantasy. love drafting. This is going to fill 100%. This is not going to fill. Oh yeah, there are definitely dynasty channels out there. Not f I and again, I'm not a dynasty hater. I just don't do some deep dives into things. Best ball would save me from overthinking lineups, or maybe stop drafting great players. Well, or not draft Kyler Murray in every single league. Maybe my dad's an avid Kyler Murray fan. I guess probably because they're the same height. That was a funny joke. Hopefully, people laugh. All right, we gotta jam one more draft here. I like this Dolphins hat. It's from the draft, but it definitely does not match with my red shirt, so I cannot draft this shit. They like the off-season trade stuff. I hate trading heavy leagues. I prefer no trades. You know what's crazy? I in redraft, I never trade. I never trade. Like unless the problem is also people don't want to trade with me. So if I send a trade to someone that looks pretty fair, no one trades with me because they think I'm trying to take advantage of them, right? And that's been the case for years. So it's tough. I like if I was playing in a fantasy league, like, and I could just choose the rules and not have to have everyone agree with it, like, I would probably just have a no trade league. Then again, most of my leagues, no trades happen anyway. So there's like one or two trades a year in all the leagues I'm in. That and then I get people. The funniest thing during the regular season is people that comment where they're like making a trade every day. Where it's like, oh, I just moved this guy for this guy. It's like, dude, you just hate your team. Like, what happened? Like, why are you trading? You're making all these crazy moves, and I think people just it's just so fun, I guess. And people play like Madden or 2K and shit. It's like, ooh, look at me making these trades, and they try to overdo things. Now, obviously, there's nothing wrong with trading a couple of times a season, but there are some people that are hanging like 50 trades a day, putting up some historic numbers. It's crazy. All right, so with a four hole here, this is Joe Burrow time, baby. That guy's just name is Fins. Pretty fire name. Fins up, baby. There's always that one dick in the league who hammers people with rip-off trades every week. I can't stand those people. Yet, see, the thing is, normally that person gets iced out from everyone pretty quickly. If they just keep sending you trades like that are like super lopsided. Now, obviously, I'm always down to look at a trade, but it's always funny. Like in my other league that I'm in, CMC going first, pretty interesting. But with the one league that I talked about a couple weeks ago, where me and my dad have won, I think 5 of 7 times. Me or my dad have won. And in that league, people don't know what my job was or my job before I got laid off. This is still my job though, technically, but um, yeah, is fantasy football. So people like send me these fucking trades where it just makes absolutely no sense. So I'm hoping that people stop doing that eventually. We had a trade in one where it was total collusion. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, and then we figured that out that that was collusion, and I think it got reversed. It's pretty easy to tell when there's collusion, to be honest with you, in my opinion. Pretty easy to tell when there's collusion. All right. All right. Look, we all took quarterbacks. Don't be stupid here. That was funny as fuck. I was like, oh, everyone's going to be nice here. And then Chase gets taken. Then this guy takes digs from the Allen guy. Everyone's a bunch of scumbags. They would get a nice beating, a nice pool stick to the temple back in the day. That's something that doesn't really exist much anymore. Pool halls. There's one kind of near here where I live. The art of pool halls is kind of dead though. And also, what is this guy doing? Jalen Hurts then doesn't draft AJ Brown. The fuck? All right, let's hope we can get Devonta. Devonta. If we can't get Devonta, we're going Mixon. Use PayPal for private Yahoo leagues. If there's any BS, PayPal refunds your money. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Trying to get all that shit out is complicated. This was a terrible end of the season because of what happened with Hamlin and all. This was like I don't know. I'm not saying obviously it's not Hamlin's fault that that shit happened. I would never say something like that, but it does suck that like all year you're fighting for all this shit and it all gets fucked by that game. Again, obviously I was rooting for him to be okay and everything. So I don't want someone to clip this as if someone's going to clip it and be like, "Oh, this Nick guy's an asshole." It's obviously not what I'm saying, but it just sucks that after all year that's how it ends. And even in COVID they're replaying the games. Again, glad the Hamlin man is okay. Seems like a nice guy. Just a little crazy that that's how the season ended. Is what it is though. This guy's got the Eagles stack. We have to do Dallas again. I don't want fucking anything to do with that. I can't stand Dallas. Maybe we go Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota's gonna do anything. I think they're gonna get smacked in the face in the first round. But what happens if they don't? What happens if we get a what happens if we get a Cincinnati Minnesota Super Bowl? Don't think it's gonna happen. I should have taken Boyd. I don't think it's gonna happen. But what if it does? You know. I've been sleeping with the 45 like every night. All right. This is definitely the last draft, though. FYI, I said last draft like 3 drafts ago. This is definitely the last one. Come on, no one take Boyd. No one be an ass. Come on, come on, come on. No one take Boyd. It's really that simple. Just don't take Boyd. I already know one of these guys is gonna take Boyd. I already know. I can see it coming from a mile away. See this. It makes no sense for either of these guys to take Boyd, but I already know someone's gonna take him. I already know. I already know. Taking Knox, that makes sense. This guy's got the Buffalo Philly Super Bowl. Boyd, baby. Spear Chucker Jones. Who the hell is that? Spear Chucker Jones. Dr. Oliver, Spear Chucker Jones. Oh. Is this MASH the show or the movie? Isn't MASH a show? I don't think I've ever seen this movie before. It's a movie. I've never seen it before though. He's a football player. In the army, I think. Or the Air Force or the Navy or something. Corporal Judson. I've never seen this movie before. Question. I'm in Superflex. It's a dynasty question, I assume. I own Tannehill, Cousins, and Russell Wilson. I also have the 2023 106 and 110 with two 2023s first and Jerry Judy. Those are the pieces I'm willing to give up for her. Wait, let me make my pick real quick. All right, Cincinnati, Minnesota. All right, this is way too early to go Thielen. So let's go another C team. Can't go Dallas. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Let's just go Tony, and they'll figure it out from there. We're gonna have to go. with some NFC players as well. Another NFC team. So we're gonna highlight Thielen. We have no tight ends. Oh, we should have went Hawkinson. Shit. Okay. It's from 1970. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Justin Herbert. So you want to get Herbert. 220, 23 first, and Jerry Jeudy should easily get Justin Herbert. Easily, if you said that over. I would probably be willing to throw in Russ or um Russ or Cousins to try to get Mahomes instead. I like Herbert. I'm not as high on Herbert as a lot of people. Maybe I'm wrong though. But yeah, if you trade two first rounders and Jeudy and you can't get him, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if the guy isn't budging. Not going Hawkinson with that last pick is gonna fucking me. I can already tell. I can already tell from a mile away. I'm gonna get fucked here. This guy's definitely gonna take him. I've seen this story a million times. Offer Cousins 120. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Do that first. The problem though is that you would rather have Cousins than Russell Wilson. But I guess even in Superflex, Russell Wilson and him should be fine. Yeah, I agree with Spock's sentiment there. We're gonna have to go Thielen. We got some new bands. Yeah, yeah. Link from Mob Squad. I don't think I've ever seen Mob Squad. I guess I'm uncultured. I'm not a big movie guy. I think that's my problem. I don't know too much about movies from back in the day. Not really. Minnesota. Dealing. Minnesota Cincy Super Bowl here would be what we need. It's never gonna work, but also, why did this guy take Kirk Cousins? He has no Minnesota guys. Makes no fucking sense. We're gonna need another tight end now. So we're gonna probably just take Ingram. We don't need another quarterback. Should be good. 70s TV show with a black and a woman in a cop show was groundbreaking at the time. Very interesting. I've never seen that show. Very interesting. I wish I liked, like, I don't know. Every time I'm like, anytime I have stuff to watch, I typically just watch like YouTube videos or something. I guess that's just being in the younger generation. That's just what people do. Cop shows were all white guys before that. Oh, that makes sense. It's a different mode. All right. Um, but I can't get recode. Guess I'm gonna have to go KJ. Recently, the only shows I've really been watching, I watch like a bunch of Netflix shows, like me and my girlfriend watch, but they're not like actual shows that I would ever recommend to people. Like they're not like shows that like hook you in. It's just like those stupid shows that are like you watch and they kind of just pass time. I liked House of Dragon. I've watched Entourage like a million times, and this guy just takes KJ Osborne. Entourage, The League, Game of Thrones. Those are my favorite shows. I don't really have any other ones. All right, we have one, two, three. All right, we need another Cincy guy. Did Irwin already go? Already draft Irwin? No. Okay. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna need our tight end. Who do we take? Guess we'll just go Everett. On Star Trek in the 1968 was the first time a white guy kissed a black woman on TV. Society was primitive back days. A lot of stuff has changed. Yeah, I actually did know that. I don't know why I know that. I must have watched a video and it talked about that, or I read it online because I did know about that. Might have been a podcast I was listening to that told me that. But yeah, I did know that. Very interesting how much shit has changed, obviously, as time goes on. Very interesting. Fucking Everett got sniped for me. Now, if Hawkinson doesn't do good, well, obviously I'm hinging on Hawkinson. I guess I could draft Mark Andrews and hope he scores. Just does good in the first round. I guess. I guess. Yeah, racism sucks. I agree with that. I don't. That's not a hot take. Thank y'all for the advice. I saw a few minutes late because I had to take my dog out. Oh, no problem. That is funny. I'm not much of a Star Trek guy either. I don't know shit about Star Trek. Except for the Spock guy, obviously. And then the this thingy. The only Star shit I like is Star Wars, The only thing I've watched. What's up? Alright. Just gonna have to sprinkle another random player in here that hopefully does somewhat good. Maybe Quez Watkins goes nuclear. Or we could go Jeff Wilson, maybe, hoping he had. We had a black and white TV then. I didn't know she was green until years later. That's funny. That's very funny. Jeff Wilson. It's funny how when I was growing up, I guess the TVs were all like, well, obviously it wasn't like flat screens and shit like we have now, but it's much more. It was like those box TVs, the 4x3 or 3x4, whatever it's called. Very different to what you guys were growing up with. Y'all don't think Russell will have a bounce back? I think he could easily have a bounce back here, but I think in terms of fantasy, gun to the head, I'd rather have Cousins over Russ. Now I have Russ and Cousins on one of my dynasty teams and Mahomes, so I'm all good. But I think I'd probably just because of weapons wise, I'd lean Cousins. I don't really think that's a crazy take. At least I hope that's not a crazy take. Next year's gonna be interesting, man. There's gonna be a lot of people that are done with Denver. Denver might be like overhated next year. You might be able to get Jerry Jeudy in like the 5,000th round, Cortland Sutton, or maybe everyone like they signed Sean Payton. They trade for Sean Payton, and everyone is on their ass drafting him. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. And the funniest thing is like I start talking about fantasy early, obviously, because again I'm not super into dynasty, so I'm talking redraft. And it's funny how much shit changes from not even just now until till August. Like after the draft, shit changed like from May, June, July, August. Things change drastically. Players' ADPs move up and down at a crazy rate. It's very interesting. That's why I think doing fantasy content all year is super interesting because like if you watch one of my videos, like I'll probably start doing ranking stuff soon, talking about the rankings of next year. Obviously, nothing crazy, but it's gonna be funny because like you'll watch my rankings from um January, February, and then you look at the ones in August and they look drastically different. And that's how it is every year. How it is every year. How much stuff changed. After how hard he screwed me this year, it's hard to touch Russ in fantasy. He could make a comeback, but also seems like his mobility. Yeah, he didn't. He definitely did not look how he looked in Seattle. But at the same time, once the coach was gone, Russ started to step up. Makes sense. I was looking at contracts. Russell is stuck. Yeah, Russ is also stuck. But Cousins could also just go to a different team and be. Cousins is going to be probably the most average quarterback ever for at least the next 5 years. He is one. His contract or the amount of money he's made in his career is crazy. Because if you guys remember when he was on the Commanders back when they were the Redskins, he was accruing the franchise tag. He was eating the franchise tag like Jameis Winston was eating W's. Uh, he made a shit ton of money. Let me look it up. Kirk Cousins contract, and I think it'll show. Guy's made crazy money. Dynasty always turns into redraft, yeah, for sure. Do they not have his career earnings? Here it is. This motherfucker has made. All right, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. If you think, well, I think I would have been close to this. I think most people would have no idea this motherfucker made $131 million. 131 million salary, 58 million signing, $201 million for being one of the most mid quarterbacks in the NFL. Crazy. And the craziest thing about that, no one watches fucking baseball, and these baseball players are signing deals bigger than this. This man made 19 million, 23 million, just franchise tagged back to back Jordan 96, 97 by the Redskins. And it's crazy how bad these guys get fucked when they're young. 390, 480, 570, 660. Now, obviously, it is what it is. He made 201 million in his career, but it's just crazy to think at that point. How much money he made. But it is what it is. That's how the NFL works. Man's made $155 million. Oh, he's not great in the playoffs. He's not a great quarterback, but he's average for where he was drafted in the 4th round. I'd be happy about being fucking Kirk Cousins. What's up, Jordan, man? How you doing? But yeah, dude, being Kirk Cousins, that's the lifestyle right there. Get drafted in the 4th round, sit behind RG3, make $201 million. The new nightmare, baby. That's the life right there. He has to have had like for how good of like how mid of a quarterback he has made crazy money. I'm trying to think if there's any other player like that. There's some backups that are like Chase Daniel. Is that his name Chase Daniels? What's his name? Fuck, is that not his name? Chase Daniel? Is that his name? Chase Daniel. How much money is this guy, man? 41 milli just chilling on the bench. How you doing, Jordan, man? So funny. This guy has played how many games? Well, how many games has he started? 1, 2, 3, 4. This man's played 5 games. 5 games. And he has made how much money? $41 million. It's the life, man. Hold the book. Hold the clipboard. Let's see. Yeah. Brock Osweiler. I know Brock Osweiler is going to be crazy. Brock Osweiler's got to be crazy. Here we go. My first. Oh, okay. I think he's slightly above average. Yeah, he's slightly above average. 40 million, 2 of 3 last year is the thug life. All right, let's look at Brock Osweiler, man. Brocktober. Brocktober with $41 million. Absolutely ripped off the Texans. And then the Browns gave him the bag, 15 milli. All right, wait. Let's see Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady is just funny. Tom Brady's made like no money. Tom Brady, the golfer, is that actually Tom Brady, or is there another Tom Brady that plays golf? Because Tom Brady technically did play in that tournament. Tom Brady's made 332 million, which is a lot of money, obviously. But compared to what this guy's salary is $1 million. I get it's all signing bonus. It's just funny. Very funny. That's crazy, man. But yeah, you got to divide this by half because Tom Brady's wife took his money, right? Or is that not true? Maybe that's not true. Who's another player? There's a bunch of guys. Let's see Matt Moore. Dolphins legend, Matt Moore. Let's see. Career earnings, 27 million. So not as crazy. He's been playing for a while too. So not as crazy. Baseball is where the crazy shit happens. I'm trying to think of Grom. How much money does DeGrom make? Fucking asshole left the Mets. 72 million. It's just crazy. Brock Osweiler career 7,000 yards. He's made 40 million. Yeah. There's got to be some other guys. It's all quarterbacks though that have the crazy amount of money. 40 million to suck. That's facts. What kind of cocktail you making, Spock? 76 milli. Yeah, but he's got the fat contract coming in. $491 million he's gonna earn by the end of his career. And then Allen is the same crazy one, Josh Allen. I don't remember who makes more money, if it's Allen or Mahomes. But they're both about to make some fat dollars. I think I did make one video in 2018. I was such a big Josh Allen guy coming into the draft. 302 million he's gonna make up until 2018 or 2028. I was a huge Josh Allen guy. Who else do we want to look up? Revis. Darrelle Revis, baby. It's crazy that Revis was playing up until 2017. 124 million. Which is a lot of money, obviously, but to be one of the best, or maybe not the best corner of all time, but one of the best corners of all time, Fitzpatrick. That's a good one. Sober money. That's a good one. A lot of Fitzpatricks. We got Ryan. Golfers also make a crazy amount of money. My boy Fitzmagic, 82 milli. You would think Fitzpatrick would have made more money than that. Right? Did anyone else think that? Like when we looked up Fitzmagic, that it would be higher? Or am I crazy? I thought it was gonna be higher than this. Now he makes the bag Thursday Night Football. How much money is Tiger made? That'd be something ridiculous. Official tournament winnings $120 million. Career earnings 157 million. Golf is crazy. And this is before he was golfing like back in the day when it wasn't as crazy too. When it wasn't as crazy. Like now, I don't know who the best golfer would be. Spieth? Spieth used to be nasty. I don't even know how you spell his name. Jordan Spieth, 53 million. He's only been golfing since 2010. Fuck. trying to think who's another guy that's really good at golf. Back in the 70s, they would bash each other's teeth out for 20,000 a year. The glory days. Yeah, it's crazy. Hockey is crazy too, because they don't make anywhere near the amount of money you would think you would think they would make. Crosby's probably made a crazy amount of money, but back in the day, they really didn't make a lot of money. 149 million. Crosby's the fucking one of the best players ever in hockey. Let's see how much Gretzky made. It's gonna be hilarious because he didn't make any money, bro. Oh, they don't have shit for back here. Okay, they don't have enough Wayne Gretzky stuff. Oh yeah, Wayne Gretzky's average salary $300,000. $300,000. The best fucking hockey player of all time. $300,000. Yeah, the goat. Rory's made 68 million. The literal goat. And then you go to like LeBron and it's like a slap in the face. The basketball is where the money's at. I hate LeBron James, but this fucker's made $431 million. 431 million. Michael Jordan. Let's see, Michael Jordan. And then we're getting out of here because we're just talking about random shit that has nothing to do with anything. But how many Jordans are there? How the fuck is the Jordan? When you type in Jordan, how does Michael? How is he not the first guy? In baseball too. Oh, Michael Jordan. This is back when they. All right, so Jordan got the bag at least. He was making 3 million, then 30 million at a point, 33 million. So he was getting the bag. Still nothing like LeBron. Yeah, baseball's crazy. Then we're gonna get out of here because we're just talking about semantics now. Yeah, Judge, quick 360 million for 9 years, something light. And look, I like baseball. I'm not some baseball hater, but baseball, like, I don't understand how these people make so much money. Like, how? No one my age watches baseball. I have one friend that I know that avidly watches baseball. I like the Mets. I watch the Mets. I don't watch every game. Who the hell is watching every game? Who the hell? How do they make this much money? Is there a way to just see like the top paid players in every sport? Contracts, largest contracts. There we go. Namath got 400,000. Yeah, Marino when Marino signed that big contract, 91. Damn Marino, it's a Drake lyric. I don't know how much money it was, but it was crazy at the time. All right, so the biggest NFL contracts: Mahomes, Allen, Russ, Kyler, Deshaun. Interesting. Interesting. That makes sense though. Carson Wentz at 15. It's because of all the games they have, money from tickets. That makes sense. That makes sense, I guess. That makes sense. It's just that baseball, I feel like baseball is dying, but maybe I'm off on that. Like maybe baseball is more popular than ever, and I just don't like. I don't know because I feel like baseball isn't as well advertised. Like when you go on during the NBA season, when you go on Twitter, you're gonna see a million NBA clips. During the baseball season, I scroll through Twitter and I follow baseball accounts. I'm not seeing a lot of baseball shit, but I see a lot of NBA stuff. And I don't even follow a crazy amount of NBA accounts. Baseball players were all the biggest douchebags in the school when I was in college. Haven't watched since. That's funny. They make money because they have 20 times more games than the NFL, so they need one. That makes sense. That makes sense. The NFL is the king, though. But I guess technically, like, if I could put myself into like a superstar athlete's body, which I don't have somehow, sadly, you know, I guess baseball would be the one to play because you just make a shit ton of money and you don't. It's not crazy. I mean, hitting a baseball is like impossible in the MLB, obviously, but like the strain on your body, I would think is like the lowest of any sport. I would think. I think hockey would be the hardest to play physically. Who knows though? Again, don't play any of those sports. I wish they have NIL stuff on here. It'd be interesting to see what the biggest NIL deal is, but they don't have that. Um, Boxing MMA is the worst. You don't like boxing or MMA? Or are you talking about the contracts that they have? Because the contracts those guys get are fucked. And then once you become the best at the sport, you're raking in cash. Livy was the best on an NIL deal. Yeah, the chick from fucking LSU making racks. Do you guys see the Popeyes guy? Let's funny as hell. Oh, sorry, smack my mic. Popeyes meme kid got an NIL deal with Popeyes. Steph Curry gets 210 million for the next 4 years. That doesn't count what he's already made. Holy shit. And let's look at the NBA. NBA career earnings. Look at this. LeBron, CP, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Russ, Curry, John Wall, Horford, Kevin Love is in the top 10. God damn. God damn, bro. 48, 51, 55, 59. Boxing and MMA are not worth it, lol. You destroy your body. Yeah, but then once you get all the way to the top, I don't think boxing is on here. Like the amount of money, Floyd Mayweather or Canelo, like McGregor, these big guys in MMA boxing, you make so much money. Now, obviously, basically, every like football, you're sacrificing your body and everything too. I don't know. I don't know. If you're like the guy in boxing, you are making so much money. So much money. While we've been sitting here talking about this shit, I could have done a couple other drafts. Dana White is a piece of shit who exploits his fighters. I don't doubt him. I don't doubt him. He also slapped his fucking wife the other day. Oh man. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna have to dip out. I'm fucking tired. Yeah, he did slap his wife. So I love you guys. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. If anyone wants to do any drafts code Notorious. Get a 100% first match deposit bonus up to $100. If you deposit $100, they'll give you an additional $100. You hop on in these drafts. It's 8. Carlos, shut up. You live in fucking fake world, all right? I know Spock lives in fake world too. 30K. Yeah, so this is 5,000 filled out of 11,000. Might be interesting to join up. Take me to Taco Bell. Yeah, I'll put you on my back. Wish I had more money, man. Spend too much money gambling, you know. Just a joke. I don't spend that much money gambling. Good luck, everyone, on any bets you make. Taco Hell. You don't like Taco Bell? I think I'll be back tomorrow streaming if I have time. Got some real life shit I got to do tomorrow. Maybe hop in a stream later on at night. Typically, the night streams, they never do as well, but they're the most fun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, probably if I have time, I'd like to live stream on Saturday too. I'd like if Tua was playing, I would live stream the Dolphins game, but I think I'm probably gonna end up breaking my fucking television when Skylar throws 4 interceptions. But I'm gonna praise the football gods. Maybe Jesus himself could come down, help me out. I love you guys. We have Taqueria's here. Taco Bell is crap. Wait, do you have? Wait, hold up. Oh no, never mind, never mind. I was gonna say, I thought you said there was a place in New Jersey called Taqueria, which is not the same thing. Shit's amazing. 22.7K. Good for you, man. Peace out, Nick. I'll see you later, man. See you guys later. I'm gonna try to win the 30 racks this season, man. We're gonna hit 100K subscribers one day. I want to get that fucking plaque, just so you know. I want to hang that bitch on the wall back there. Give it a nice smooch. Love you guys. As always. Good boy. Oh, I don't even have the outro anymore. Forgot. Lost the outro. Bye bye.